We're going to focus on TikTok right now. Remember that? We were talking about it every day for a while. Well, the next development, oral arguments in TikTok's case, set for November 4th, the day after the presidential election, of course. TikTok has requested an injunction that would prevent the U.S. government from barring U.S. companies from providing web hosting or content delivery services to TikTok. As we know, there's been a lot of back and forth here. Let's talk about someone who relies on TikTok for his livelihood. Michael Lee is joining us now. He's a choreographer and performer who has about 41 million followers on TikTok. He's joining us from California. Michael, thank you so much for being here. I got to say, your videos are a lot of fun. How closely have you been following all of this back and forth on TikTok? I mean, again, since you rely on it for your livelihood, are you kind of thinking what to do if it does end up getting blocked in some way?
Hey, yeah. For me, it's been a long process. When it first happened, it definitely scared me, but I think the important thing for me was making sure that I couldn't just rely on one app. So diversifying my platforms and spreading my following across so that I could be in a more safe position. That's what I've been doing. I haven't really followed it lately. I've just kind of like, whatever happens, happens. But I kind of just focused on what I needed to and what I had control of.
And Michael, when you think about the direct competition, of course, we can talk about all the names in social media, but specifically Triller and Reels, which is owned by Instagram. As I understand it, you're not too hot on those platforms. You feel as though you're just repurposing TikTok content and kind of pushing it out. Why do you think that is? What is so proprietary about TikTok that makes you continue to invest in that platform?
I mean, TikTok's community as well as the algorithm, it allows literally anyone in the world to become, like viral. It just because of the way the algorithm is that separates it from the other apps. It just doesn't allow you to get that exposure on any other app but TikTok.
Michael, what are you going to do if you see TikTok banned? Do you have a plan? If those other sites or apps rather haven't really worked out for you, or you feel it doesn't do as good of a job, what are you going to do? Are you still going to go over to them? If we do see an end to TikTok?
Yeah, I think that adapting is super important in the social media culture. For me, I'm already moving my plans into becoming a YouTuber, and with the other short term apps, I'm definitely gonna be hopping on those as well. But definitely YouTube is a main priority for me.
I'm glad you brought up, going to YouTuber, because you've done more at the age of 20 than I've done at 50. And I asked that, I keep referencing Studebaker here. This was the MySpace of the automotive world. Things change as you get older. So how do you keep growing your brand? But how do you also deal with the issue? Forget the legal challenges. People your age at some point say, I'm over this, like MySpace. What happens to TikTok? What happens to you as you try to grow?
It's honestly, I don't have a complete answer for that. I think it's just adapting to what the culture likes to see. It kind of happened first with Vine, and then it happened with Musically, then it went, to Instagram. So throughout the years, there's constantly new apps that are coming out and, becoming the top. And TikTok, I'm just trying to squeeze out as much as I can. Hopefully it stays for a long time. But, I kind of just take it day by day. And if a new app comes out, in the near future and people hop on it and you could tell with trends, kids find out stuff like immediately. So, it's honestly just staying updated in, what's relevant.
Yeah, Michael, we sort of alluded to the fact that you seem to be doing well by monetizing on TikTok, but give us a bit more clarity there. As I understand it, you just bought a house that you're living in. You struck partnership deals with Amazon, with Postmates, lists, Bang Energy. The kind of list continues to grow. Tell us how much you're charging perhaps for one of those sponsored posts and how much you end up seeing annually.
Anywhere from someone of my stature, you're able to charge anywhere from 20 to all the way up to like 75 to 100.
$1,000.
1,000, yeah.
And then when you think about the way that you've been able to accumulate your wealth, how have you been able to translate those deals into further connections? Do you continue to work with them on YouTube? Are you doing offline sort of promotions? I know COVID-19 has sort of rocked everyone's world during this time, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, I mean, mainly a lot of my deals have been one-offs for now. Things like Bang Energy or other companies have been, longer term for like year contracts or, things like that. But I think just building a good relationship with all the brands so that they can see that, the return on, investment basically, and then maybe, in their plans in the future down the line that they'll, work with me again. That's just more of like, for me, just to build the connection, honestly.
Michael, what's the special sauce with this kind of thing? I mean, there are a lot of people on TikTok, right? So, and I know it's not just sort of serendipity that you put it out there and magically it becomes popular. It involves hard work also. But
Yeah.
what's your formula if somebody asked you?
So everyone is different. I think that everyone has a special like uniqueness about them. And I think honing in on that as well as just knowing the trends, knowing what the Gen Z likes, and also just kind of blending that together. My special, niche is definitely, doing really fun and entertaining content with skits with my fans or with my friends and family. Those are like, where I really juice in on, as well as just, being a dancer. So that's kind of like where I stand out. And, just kind of doing things in a creative way that just kind of like works with the app is like the most important thing for me.
Michael, I know you wear many hats in addition to your TikTok career. You also are working on a cooking show, a podcast, a gaming show. You're just trying to be very entrepreneurial in this way. I think you've said that you want to be Will Smith one day or like The Rock. Are they potential collaborators with you right now? I think it's so interesting because they're older, right? They're not people of our generation, but you still sort of aspire for those sorts of careers where they seem to be multifaceted.
Yeah, 1000%. I've looked up to them for years. They started, doing something at first, and now they're in a sense like people that anything they touch, it turns to gold, and like I love that. So I definitely want to be, one of those people. And yeah, if one of their people or team is watching, connect it.
I get a cut of that deal, okay?
Okay, for sure.
All right, Michael Lee, thank you so much. Appreciate it. This was fun to talk to you and to hear about how you get successful at doing what you do. Really appreciate it. Michael Lee is a creator and TikToker.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.